everyone, my name is Dana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over some things when it comes to desensitizing your dog to touch. And you may think that your dog is fine being pet, your dog is fine being touched, but there are some signs to look out for where your dog might be a little uncomfortable, and there are some things to practice that can help your dog feel more comfortable in certain situations. So starting off, when you have someone greet your dog, they want to go in and pet like this. You see how she pulls her ears down? She's already going, hey, where's that hand going? So when you have someone say hi to your dog, tell them, oh, pet her underneath her chin, or something where the hand is always seen. See, her ears are a lot better now that she knows where they are. Okay, now you're being bashful. But just watch. I go in, and those ears disappear, and she's watching, where's that hand going? Where's that hand going? Whereas this, oh, hello. It's a lot less threatening when you're not reaching over the dog. Good girl. So that's something to practice when greeting strangers, something to do to help advocate for your dog's personal space. Because even with an owner, they don't understand what you're doing. All they see is this hand and they go, ugh. Another thing to practice as well is collar grabs. Okay. So you want to say collar and grab your dog by the collar, and as soon as your dog relaxes, say, yes, good collar, good collar. Good collar, good girl. And some dogs will really put up a fight, and they really will hate this because they're not used to it. But if that happens, just hold on to that collar, and then as soon as the dog stops fighting and relaxes, yes, good collar. And eventually your dog should be giving the collar to you when you say it, because that's a command. And collar, and collar. Thank you, good girl. So that's something to keep in mind as well to really help your dog be accustomed to being grabbed by a collar. Because what if your dog gets loose off leash and you have to grab him by a collar? You want them to know that you're not putting him in an uncomfortable, threatening position. Or even worse, what if your dog gets loose and a stranger grabs him by the collar and they're not even comfortable with you grabbing them by the collar? That's where accidental bites might happen. Someone could get hurt because your dog feels threatened and they might nip or even scratch, and a person could get hurt, and then the dog has to pay the price. So the goal is to set your dog up for success in these situations. Another thing to practice is a physical exam. So when your dog goes to the vet, they're checking the teeth, the eyes, the ears, their whole body, they'll check their, everything. And you want your dog to be comfortable with those places being touched. So every day, I have my dog stand, and I do a physical examination on my dog. And this is good so you can see if they have any lumps or bumps or anything. And a lot of female dogs really don't like being touched on the butt. And this is where a lot of shots might happen, either here or here. So you want to make sure your dog is okay with that. And if they sit and try to get away, just put them back in the same spot and just make it so it's a really comfortable experience for them. Grab them by the tail, because what if a kid grabs a dog by a tail and gives it a little pull? You don't want them to go, hey, and then bite. So if you're instilling the discomfort, that'll get them more desensitized, more used to the situation. And then with their paws, grab their paws all the time. Yes, 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 yes. Good girl. Sit. Dogs also find hugs very threatening. Even if they know you and trust you, they still don't understand what a hug is. You're wrapping your arms around their neck. See, that's really uncomfortable and threatening. They're not going to prefer that, especially if you have treats in your hand. So just go in, give them a hug. Good job. Go in, give them a hug. Just put them in positions where your dog is a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm not a big hugger for my dogs because I understand, that's not what they prefer. If they come to me and they're like all up in, that's different. But I'm not going to go and hug my dog first, That's the only time I do that is to desensitize them, because kids just want to go and give dogs hugs. And that's when bites happen, nips happen. And even though it's the dog's way of going, hey, that's my space, respect it, everyone goes, oh, that's aggression. Oh, they bit my kid, and the dog pays the price. So you always want to be your dog's best advocate and really enforce your dog's personal space, but also prepare them for if you are unable to enforce their personal space, that they still are exposed and used to these things happening to them. So then that way, accidental bites don't happen, and you have a much more calm, stable dog because you expose them to different things. The last thing I like to do is teach belly rub. Ammo belly, belly, Good girl. If you can get your dog where they enjoy showing their belly, especially in new environments, that's a really good way to create a very calm, stable dog, because showing their belly is a very threatening position, because not only is all of this is vulnerable, it also takes them a lot longer to get up than if they just lay down with their legs underneath them. So not only can they flee the situation in a longer time, but they're also exposing all of their vulnerable areas. So this is a good way to build trust with your dog by them showing, oh, even in a dangerous situation, I can relax, I can show my belly, I can just hang out, and my owner's got my back. But it also prepares them for, like I said, uncomfortable situations and where they might be put in a vulnerable position. So those are some things to remember. Hopefully this video helps, and if there are any other questions you have, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!